Hi guys, good morning. So welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Haoma_KE, and so we've been feeling under the weather for the past 1 week, and I think maybe because of the sudden weather change, it is very dusty here and very sunny. So my kids are coughing. Two of my kids are coughing, and also me. I'm feeling like my throat is hoarse. So I just want to prepare some dawa. If you're Kenyan, you know I want to prepare some dawa, and I always use my dawa with some lemongrass. So apart from feeling under the weather and also the kids, I always take lemongrass water every day in the morning after waking up before I take any breakfast. This is my go-to drink here, and I've also learned to give my kids once in a while. For them, it's once in a while, but for me, I know the magic that it does for me. So I always take it in the morning, just plain, just lemongrass with some honey or just lemongrass water in the morning before I take a tea. But for today, I want to just make some dawa, and I prefer just making it with lemongrass because of the different benefits that lemongrass has. So I'm done taking my dawa. Let's harvest some spring onions that I'm going to use for making our rolex. This is just a Kenyan rolex. So I use spring onions to make the rolex. Yesterday we had some chapati for supper, and some remained in the morning. Always we make a lot of chapatis so that we can have them for breakfast the next morning. And then also sometimes we even make more so that we can have them for lunch. So we assorted lunch and also breakfast. So I just want to prepare the eggs. I'm using only 3 eggs, and then I'm going to add inside the spring onions, the tomatoes, and also there are some spices, and then start cooking. So I know different countries have different ways of making Rolex, but I think most of the time we try, or you cook your food according to the way you feel it will taste better for you. And when I'm making my Rolex, I always do it this way, just mixing all the ingredients together with the tomatoes. And then this is the leftover chapati for yesterday night. So after your eggs have cooked a little bit, put your chapati on top and then flip it. And that is it. And then you roll it up. So the rolling is always so difficult. The amount of eggs that I've put here, I was to make it with even two, I was to make two different Rolex, but this is now a giant Rolex. So we are going to eat it, almost every one of us, because it's a lot. I decided to put two chapatis, so it's a lot. So I'm going to take my breakfast, then head on to the farm to do a little bit of harvesting for today, and then do other things later. So I've been harvesting our maize for some time, especially using harvesting the fresh maize. So today is just picking up the ones that are dry because they are not a lot. So my farm manager had harvested majority of the farm, and he is just left and decided to do other things in our other farm. So I decided just to finish it up for him because the sun is too hot, but I said let me do it because the birds are also eating on the maize, and the ones that are dropping, they're being eaten by the termites. So let me just harvest the part that I can manage, and if I manage to finish today, well and good. So this is our second season. Second season, we always do not harvest a lot of maize like the first season. And the main reason is because the first season, the ground or the land is always prepared for planting because it stays for a very long time, and so insects, all the pests that are on the farm, they always die. And then so when you prepare your land, it is always ready for a planting season. But for second season, we always harvest then plant immediately. So most of the time you find there are so many pests in the farm, and sometimes even the crops do not produce as much as we get in our first season. Because if you're here in my first season harvest, the maize were very big, but right now they're small, but they could have been big if it had rained in the during the flowering season, or the time that they were flowering, but it was not raining, so most of the maize did not produce big maize. But here we always come out of the farm with something. So the maize stalks, all the maize stalks that are here, we are going to use them for compost manure. So we are going to cut them and then make some compost manure with it. I think in the next like 2 weeks or 3 weeks, we are going to do it. The earlier the better, because it takes around 6 months or sometimes even four for them to fully decompose. Especially if it is rainy, it takes shorter time. But if it is during the dry season like right now, it will take longer for the maize stalks to fully decompose and then to be compost manure. So we always use all the things in the farm, from the maize stalks to the leaves of the trees, branches, the banana stalks, the banana leaves, all those we make compost manure with it. So it is very hot, the heat is very unbearable. So I think I'm almost done. The ones that have remained, we'll harvest them very early in the morning. I always prefer to harvest. I will go to the farm very early in the morning, like from 6 a.m. or 7 a.m., latest 7 a.m. And if I'm harvesting, maybe I just harvest a few vegetables during the day. So this is the amount of maize that we've gotten. Not so bad, because we've been harvesting fresh maize for a very long time, the whole of December and even January if you've been here. So that is it for us today. So if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please subscribe, and also drop your comment down below, share the video, and like this video if you haven't. So thank you so much. I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.